Gone are the days when everyone swooned over Ezra Miller and their performance and the perks of being a wallflower. The once promising darling of indie cinema hasn't lived up to the glorious expectations of fans. And who suffered the most is Warner Bros. Poor studio, from Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and now this. These guys can't seem to catch a break. In this video, we'll give you legal updates on the newest controversy involving this star and its impact. First up, this actor has gone through some serious legal hiccups this past year. Don't take it lightly when we tell you that this actor is Hollywood's personalized Florida man. Every day, we wake up to more news of them pulling the most unimaginable crime possible. Surprisingly enough, Ezra had just embarked on the transition from indie to big studio films like the Fantastic Beasts franchise. They were expected to make it big with their role as DC's Barry Allen, aka The Flash, and knock everyone off in its first title movie to be released in 2023. The film has already gone through many production delays and schedule changes, which has to do with Miller's trouble with the law. Call it an entire Netflix series of trouble, if you will. They've been accused of awful stuff like choking a woman and grooming minors, and have also been arrested for assault multiple times. And as if all that wasn't enough for their crime cravings, our darling Ezra just had to steal liquor from a Vermont home. Because where else could you get liquor? The store? Please, why buy it with your money when you can steal it? And who better to steal from than someone you've worked with before and praised to? The sky's the limit, folks. It appears that the film might be rescheduled again, maybe even canceled. Speaking of, Warner Bros. Considered canceling the film, but fearing losing their job, Miller apologized. You can steal liquor once, maybe twice. At some point, you'll need to go to the store. There are only so many houses in Vermont, after all. Coming up, Miller pleads not guilty to theft charges. The bottle is empty, and the high has passed. You suddenly realize that one bottle, however thrilling the experience was, isn't worth all this. Certainly not worth losing your job over. It's time to cover up your tracks. Deadline reports that Miller will be pleading not guilty to their burglary charges. The court appearance was online. You see, it's not just their job at stake here. That could go on even now. Given the state of controversies, this actor has been buried. What Ezra fears are facing a maximum of 26 years in prison and over $2,000 in fines, which is exactly what could happen if they're found guilty. So for now, they're taking the not guilty stand. The actor is expected to return to court later for further proceedings. Only time will tell. But while we're at it, how about we give you an extensive rundown of this star's legal trouble and how that could impact The Flash? This Vermont incident is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more left to uncover. Now, their first arrest in Hawaii for disorderly conduct and harassment. Let's go way back to when it all started. March 2022, when Miller was arrested for yelling obscenities while yanking a mic from a woman singing karaoke. The actor proceeded to then jump at a man playing darts. And we've got it all on tape, as the male victim of Ezra's harassment recounted his side of the story, which is consistent with the local police department's media release. But there's more to this than meets the eye. The tape also includes Miller telling the police that this said victim had first assaulted them and declared him a Nazi, something left out of the media release. The same footage also shows this victim told the police that he was going to light him up if the police didn't do it themselves, which was again missing from the media release. Still, Miller paid a $500 fine and pleaded no contest to this charge. As for the harassment charge, that was ultimately dropped. Coming up is the actor's second arrest in Hawaii for assault. Some people never learn, do they? 3 weeks had passed since Miller's initial arrest, which was made on suspicion of assault. According to a press release from HPD, authorities were summoned to a nearby home where Ezra was attending a gathering, and there they became agitated. This actor flung a chair that injured a woman's forehead when the hosts asked them to leave. Consequently, there was a half-inch cut. Yikes. Miller was eventually released with no further investigation charges, and there have been no other updates on this case. Let's take a look at the Iceland choking video. We're going to rewind a few years for you guys. This incident may have happened long before, but it's still etched in our memories as one of the first significant complaints about this actor. In 2020, a short video surfaced on the internet showing an altercation between Ezra and an unidentified woman. When the video starts, you can see the woman moving toward the actor, who says, "Did you want to fight?" right before they put a hand around her throat. The woman backs up against a cart as Miller throws her to some nearby steps. That's where the video cuts. It looks like someone's intervening. There was zero context to this video, and we didn't know what was happening. There were also no formal charges. But this woman in question has recently opened up to Variety about her encounter with the the after-school actor. She revealed she asked Miller about the injuries on their feet, which they described as battle scars. That's when the woman said that she could take them in a fight, and we all know what happened after that. She said, "I thought it was just fun and games, but then it wasn't." That's all though, no more info is provided on the fight. Think this is complicated? We haven't even gotten to the complicated part yet. You better buckle up. For the big one, Miller's relationship with Takata Iron Eyes is now. Beware, what we're about to tell you now is perhaps the most sensitive and yet most complicated accusation against Ezra. Might be triggering for some of you, so fair warning. Parents Chase Iron Eyes and Sarah Jumping Eagle have accused Ezra of grooming their underage child, Takata Iron Eyes. The child, who is no longer a child and is over 18 at the moment, denies it. She says that the accusations are part of a smear campaign against Miller. We know this is serious, but Takata's denial and many other factors make this a more complex claim against the actor. Unfortunately, there's no explicit crime for grooming recognized by our law, so unless there's some claim of misconduct in it, 2, the grooming claim won't see any serious legal action. Takata identifies as transgender. On Instagram, she revealed how her dad's accusations are transphobic. She looks back at the severe emotional and psychological manipulation she faced in her parents' home, and now she may be under threat of conservatorship. So Takata says she's the victim of her parents' manipulation, but they say she's the victim of Ezra's grooming. We told you this one was complex. Let's hope this case reaches its rightful conclusion, whatever that may be. Moving on, was Ezra on the run? After this incident, it was claimed that Miller's whereabouts were unknown to the police. Many people began to speculate that the actor had fled and was evading capture by the authorities. These people failed to remember that the tribal court that handled this case granted Takata's family order of protection against Miller, which is to be served to the actor directly. Everyone knows Miller lives in Vermont, while the order was placed by a tribal court in South Dakota, so the authorities couldn't hand-deliver the order. Anyway, no, Ezra wasn't on the run. Up next, did they house a family in unsafe conditions? This one's regarding a family living on the actor's Vermont farm, where a mother and her small children were allegedly living in an environment with guns and bullets. What public scrutiny missed out, though, was that Ezra was providing refuge to the family from an abusive relationship with the children's father. Also, a wellness check was performed on the property, reporting that everything was fine. Finally, their apology and potential impact on The Flash. As we said, the claims against Ezra have brought much negative attention to the upcoming movie. It's no secret that actors avoid serious sentences. Let's face it, that liquor may have been expensive, but at the end of the day, it's just that, liquor. You can't expect a loaded A-list actor to be locked up for years over that. 26 years? Not a chance. Other legal cases have closed already. The remaining allegations have brought tons of negative press to the actor and The Flash, but they'll probably die soon unless there's some major update. Moreover, the actor has also apologized for their behavior and admitted to having complex mental health issues. They seem committed to doing the work to recover. Here's what we think. If Ezra's apology and efforts are genuine, there's no more fuel put in this fire, then The Flash could avoid any significant blowback. It could be delayed further, yes, but not canceled. But while the film may release, it's not projected to be very successful. And as for Miller's career, that prospect looks bleak right now. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think The Flash will release? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.